Which quest are you up for?
Emergency op announcement. We're deploying a counteroffensive against the Photoner fleet. All ops, please join the operation. Prepare for teleportation. Your mission is to rescue our allies from a ship damaged by enemy forces. Rendezvous with another allied ship and work together to complete this mission. We have enemies on deck. Take out all enemies on board before takeoff. That takes care of the deck. Jump to the Allied ship ahead and carry out your rescue. counteroffensive against the Photoner fleet. All ops, proceed to the Sector 2 staging zone.
Welcome. Thank you very much. Which quest are you up for? Come back anytime.
I still can't believe we encountered Luther that way. Calling it the Akashic Records dream is a good way to put it. It's even more chaotic than I imagined. Dreams are always kind of random. I bet it's only going to get more nutty from here. Alma, is it just me? Or are you eating this whole thing up? Sorry. I'm not, honest. I actually feel pressed to do something about it. It's just been so long since I've spoken with other people that I can't help but make the most of it. You said you were with the Akashic Records, right? What were you doing after Shion was... Nothing. I was just together with the Akashic Records. I was alone, watching the records of the universe file themselves away. But I guess when I start talking, it makes me want more. Interpersonal connection is really important. Alma? You can always chat with me. I mean, when you have the time. Really, Sierra? I thought you were super busy. A little's not gonna kill me. Being a sounding board is part of my job description. Right? I hear you. Okay, Sierra. I'm sure we can find plenty to talk about. Sure.
Hello there.
Princess Harriet lives, and is now working side by side with the savior of legend. Rumors of their cooperation have spread throughout You're carving a path to the royal capital, one Castrum demonic at a time. I think we've got a decent shot at this. Yes, I agree. We have one remaining concern, though. Elise, the Sword Maiden. The Sword who?
She is a figure from legend, much like the Guardian. However, she comes from historic fact rather than folklore.
Before... Wow! Does that mean her family is descended from the hero?
No, we are descendants of her companions.
The hero's line. Alice the Sword Maiden. Well,
How so?
high-minded or no, it's a flesh and blood person who carries the sword. And not everything is cut and...
Coento Castle, the throne room.
How do you explain this state of affairs? I believe I ordered you to suppress the rebel army. Luther and Harriet yet live. And not only that.
The Castrum Demonica is indestructible, but only so long as its Arcs Demonica remain. Should a means be devised.
Excuses! I demand action!
Compose yourself, Uncle.
How can you expect me to be composed when our Castrum Demonicas are falling?
Princess Harriet's side has the power to destroy Castrum Demonicas, and they travel with the entity known as the Guardian. They are also backed by the royal bloodline. You control the kingdom, objectively speaking, but theirs is the side with just cause.
Just whose side are you on?
I merely state the objective truth as Sword Maiden. I believe that a parley would be in the best interest of our nation and—
Never! The royal line tried to doom the land. There can be no peace with them.
Uncle, did the former king truly seek to doom the land?
How can you even ask? Castrum Demonicas and Ephemera are absolutely vital to our land. To publicly renounce them would doom us all. The legend and sword you protected would be gone with it.
Yes. Without the Castrum Demonicas, we could not maintain our borders in this world. What my uncle claims is accurate. So why was the king so set upon renouncing them and eliminating Ephemera, even knowing that? I'll have to ask them in person. The official claim was that the former king was struck down for attempting to cast away his nation's... I thank you for your gracious reception. It is an honor to be visited by Ali. Please, there is no need to bow. My line carries on a sword and legend.
But Lutz is your uncle. Surely you hold sympathy for one related to you by blood.
By that logic, my bond to the two of you is thicker than blood. We can all trace our lineage back to the
And what are you here to discuss?
The Castrum Demonica. No, the Ephemera. I am here to learn the truth of...
What do you get out of seeing through your enemy's eyes? Your uncle is at distinct odds with us.
The Castrum Demonicas are my uncle's prized possession. Should they fall, then the outcome of this war is clear to me. To which side should I devote my blade and strength? Who is worthy of my faith? That.
Ephemera permeates the minds of those who use it. It amplifies violent urges and drives them to eliminate those who have not been afflicted. I learned this while developing the castrums, and presented my findings to the king, who issued a policy on the spot prohibiting ephemera. The Prime Minister and his allies disagreed most violently. They assassinated the king, blaming we royal siblings, and usurped the throne.
Am I to believe that in the absence of evidence?
You must have seen the evidence for yourself by now. Aren't you Prime Minister Lutz's niece?
Are you suggesting that my uncle has already succumbed to this
The Prime Minister we knew was a kind-hearted man who always put the nation and its people first. Father had absolute faith in him. Lutz also took point personally in preparing castrum demonicas in the interest of national defense. He summoned more of them than anyone,
which in turn has exposed him to the negative effects of ephemera?
He builds castrum demonicas across the land for the good of the nation and its people. We, the royals, destroy them for the good of the world. The irony is not lost on me, I assure you.
Luther.
That's the long and short of our pitch, as it were. What you believe is up to you. But something tells me the decision has been made for you already.
What do you...
Lady Harriet, reporting. We have a massive conjuration reading on the plains in front of our camp. It's a castrum demonic.
What? But there are no military forces stationed around here.
I imagined he assembled some forces while you were making contact with us to exploit the Sword Maiden. Nay, one's own niece as a pawn. You truly have lost yourself to madness.
Uncle!
The battle for the Castrum Demonica is about to begin! We've confirmed deployment of the Arx Demonica and anticipate a fierce battle! Summon Buster Rams, destroy barriers, and destroy the Castrum Demonica upon interception! Good luck! I'll keep my fingers crossed for you! All personnel, prepare to commence battle! Watch out for self-destructing enemies!
My uncle has always been a wise and kind man. He treated me well even before I inherited the role of maiden. I've always looked up to him greatly. I have accepted everything he told me at face value. What was I about to pen in this nation's history? In the continuation of our nation's founding legend,
Lady Elise.
the sword and strength I inherit exist to slay the Crimson Fellworm. They must not be used to other ends. Perhaps those teachings have simply been an excuse for me to avert my eyes from reality. Lady Harriet, Mr. Luther, and you, legendary savior, guardian, let us work together to stop my uncle. If parley isn't possible, then we must at least curtail any further madness.
Do you understand what your words entail, Swordmate?
I am resolute. My uncle took the life of the king.
Then I expect you to see this through to the end, O legendary warrior. And if what we do turns out to be wrong, then by all means, turn your might and blade upon us.
You needn't so much as speak the words.